Hey, good afternoon, guys. Aaron Dorr here at the Illinois Firearms Association. It is the final day of the bench trial here in East St. Louis, challenging Governor J.B. Pritzker's AR-15 ban here in Illinois. It's supposed to be a 5-day trial. It's now being condensed into a 4-day trial. Today was the last witness. We're not quite done yet. We are in a lunch break, however, right now. It's the state's witness. His name is Dr. Jack Dempsey, Lieutenant Colonel, retired, United States Army. Jack Dempsey, who is their big witness, his whole point in life is that it's all about gun control, right? He is a lead advisor to Everytown For Gun Safety. He worked in the Obama White House directly for Michelle Obama as part of his military career. And now his mission in life, apparently, is to make the argument that the AR-15 is a weapon of war. His contention is that after a 20-plus year career in the military, that the military riflemen only ever use their rifles on semi-automatic. Therefore, the AR-15 is a weapon of war. And I gotta tell you, the guy looks like an absolute devious kind of guy. Not good stuff. Very weird individual. And so under cross-examination by the pro-gun counsel here in this case, they asked him, they said, now, Mr. Dempsey, your claim is that as a military expert, we should equate AR-15s, civilian, semi-automatic, regular firearms, with military weapons. He says, yes, that's correct. And they said, have you ever fired one of these weapons, either semi-automatic, burst, or fully automatic, in war, in combat? And he said, no. And they said, have you ever been a part of a squad that, or a platoon that kicked in a door in combat? And he's like, no. They said, have you ever been in combat? And he's like, not much. So this guy is trying to pretend that he is a combat vet. Now, of course, I'm not disputing he has a 20-plus year in the military. I'm not saying that. But his whole premise is that he is an expert on the military's use of small arms in theater, in engagement. He deployed to Iraq, deployed to Afghanistan, trained thousands of men. That's his whole shtick. But under cross-examination, he admits that he's never fired a gun in combat, never been a part of an assault or a raid or any kind of a unit that was kicking in doors in combat, and really had no direct combat experience at all. His answer was not much. But this is the guy that J.B. Pritzker wants to use to justify what he did with the assault weapons ban from 2.5 years ago now. So that's kind of what happened this morning here in court. And I gotta tell you, this guy was a terrible witness for the state, an absolutely terrible witness for the state. Because again, when you work for Everytown For Gun Safety, and you just lose all credibility as an objective, independent, expert witness for the court. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. We're on lunch break right now. They're gonna come back and finish the redirect, and this should be the final witness in this case, and we should have an opinion from Judge McGlynn very shortly, would be our expectation. Again, for those who are kind of tracking the procedural process here, this case, this law, signed into law 2022, the fight so far has been over the preliminary injunction phase. In other words, we've been asking the courts to block the implementation, the enforcement of this law so far. And along that process, the judges have sided against us all along that way. So then we asked the United States Supreme Court to intervene and grant a preliminary injunction. The Supreme Court said, no, we're not going to get involved with that part of the process until the law, has been litigated in court. And once you have it heard in court, then we can take the case up on the appeals side. And that's why we're here today, right now in East St. Louis. So what's going to happen here is that whichever side loses here in the district court level, and we predict that the state will lose here at this level, we'll have to wait and see. Whichever side loses here will appeal to circuit court, the 7th Circuit in Chicago. They will almost assuredly give a bad opinion or a bad decision on this case, and that will set us up finally for a merits-based appeal to the United States Supreme Court. So a huge thank you And shout out to all of our members who've helped us on this way, for helping us file our amici briefs, our cert petitions. All this stuff has been done because of your support. We cannot thank you enough for that. Again, we're live here right now in East St. Louis. It's about 5 degrees outside, and we're on a lunch break. But the case should wrap up today, and we'll give you guys more information when we get a response from Trump-appointed Judge McGlynn in this case. Stay involved, guys. Stay active. Join ILFA.com for more information. We'll keep you informed. Take care.